in my life, I wanted to be a pilot. That was my dream. I wanted to fly for a life flight and save people's lives and hover up in the mountains and drop people out of the helicopter and rush them to the hospital and have the ability to fly, but also the opportunity to save people's lives. And I got home from an LDS mission, which was an amazing experience. And as I got home, I needed to renew my driver's license. And I went to the DMV, and I remember I couldn't pass the vision test. I went in and I put my head in that little device that they give you, and I was supposed to read the letters. I couldn't read the letters. And I told the lady, I said, the device is broken. She says, it's not broken. I said, no, it's broken. I can't read the letters. And she comes from around the corner. She puts her head in and she looks at the device and she says, it's not broken. And she read the letters, B, C, G, K, L, F, Z, K, Y. And I looked back at her and she looked back at me and she said, honey, you blind? And I said, what are you talking about? I said, I drove here. And she says, well, you ain't driving back. And that was the first time that I realized that my eyesight was majorly affected. And I was not seeing anywhere close to what normal people saw. But my eyes had gotten so conditioned and had worsened in vision over time so slowly that I just thought the way that I saw was the way that people saw. And that was not the case at all. And I remember I went to the Moran Eye Center where I was diagnosed with a clinical eye disease known as keratoconus. And what that basically is it's a rare degenerative disease that thins your cornea over time. And my eyes were about as bad as an 84-year-old's eyes. And they expected that I would either go blind by the age of 35 or I would need what was called corneal transplants in my eyes. And at the time, the corneal transplant surgery was not the greatest route to go, but it was the only option. And a really scary moment, especially for someone who wanted to fly. Because I sat there in that white room, basically being diagnosed and told that I would be blind by the age of 35 unless I had corneal transplants. And I knew that corneal transplants would not get me to 20/20 vision and would not allow me to fly with that on my medical history. And so there I was. Again, it was a single moment in time that literally changed my life. And that doctor, Dr. Moshe Farah, looked me in the eyes and he said, you will never be a pilot and you will never fly. And that was a tough, tough moment in my life because I wanted to be a pilot. That was my dream. And I was literally the kid that had his eye on the sky and then watched as the sky fell in all around me. And I remember feeling extremely lost. And I had just gotten home from my mission, was filled with purpose, was filled with direction, not only just from being as a missionary, but also coming home knowing what I wanted to do. A lot of people don't know what it is that they want to do when they grow up. And for me, at that time, I never had that problem. And now I was faced with that. And now I had this blank screen of what my future looked like. And so, and I think a lot of kids are like that. I know on these Lifey videos we're supposed to share just memories, but I also kind of want to teach a little bit on the experiences that I've learned, because sometimes we don't know what we want to do. We don't know what we're supposed to become in our lives. And even the statistics show that about 80% of kids in North America don't know what they want to do when they grow up. And I just want to say to the people that are watching this, that's okay. It's okay if you don't know. What's not okay is if you don't do something about it. If you're not doing something to figure out how to improve your life, how to find your purpose in life. And so figuring out that process was really difficult for me because I never wanted to go to college. College was never in the books for me. and I ended up enrolling in, into UVU and going to college for the first time.